For the first time ever, a robot rapper has recorded a deal. His debut single, Florida Water, was released last week.
It sounds like it's doing like a really bad 6ix9ine or like Zillikami impersonation.
2019, it released 2 songs. Internet.
Here we go again. Another nigga talking on the fucking.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about the robot saying the N-word. I don't know how I feel about that.
The robot rapper has over 10 million followers on TikTok, and it's the platform's top virtual being.
This looks like some weird ass fucking NFT bullshit. This looks like some really ugly, disgusting, cynical portrayals of hip hop culture.
FN MEKA, voiced by a human, but everything else about his music is based in AI.
You can't just say this. Like, that doesn't necessarily, like, in what way is that true? I don't know how he's a robot canonically, and I also do not know in what way he is AI. This kind of just feels like somebody created an AI to get around saying the N-word. It's more about the minstrelsy of kind of having a character that presents as black and kind of takes part in this culture, and then it being like people who are not actually a part of that culture, like sort of posing through the avatar.
They came to me with this AI shit and was like, would I want to be the voice of it? And I thought it was going to be like some collaboration. They promised me equity into the company, percentages, all this stuff. So I'm thinking, like, okay, there's about to be some collab, something different for me. So where I could do my music and be on some AI stuff with this FN MEKA character. So everything's going good. Next thing I know, niggas just ghosted me. Like, use my voice, use my sound, use the culture, and literally just left me high and dry. I ain't get a dime off of nothing. And they got record deals, all this stuff. I wasn't involved with no meetings or none of that.
So an important story stuck out to me this week in the whole AI virtual rapper being signed by Capitol Records. And then also, how long ago did the whole Fat Joe thing happen?
I don't know. That was like, I feel like I just seen it this week, but it might have happened longer.
So the whole FN MEKA situation kind of spiraled thoughts amongst us about hip hop and black cultural gatekeeping, which in the sense of the whole FN MEKA situation, at least, more gatekeeping should probably be done.
I've kind of done an about face on this because at one point in time, I felt like we talked about trying to gatekeep the culture, and I was like, nah, it's an immersive thing. A lot of cultures went into doing this and doing that, and it's like, my intention wasn't to say that it wasn't born out of the black community, but more so that people have added their own flavors and their own twist, and it's kind of grown from the black community but outward. And see, now what I'm realizing is that, oh no, those other communities think that they have a part in the creation, the history. We need to start closing these walls off.
That's the
we need to start shutting this shit up.
Though. Like, last week you had mentioned the whole FD signifier?
Yeah, the 50 signifier.
You had mentioned his Drake video, and in that video, because I finally seen it, he speaks of certain white rappers in the culture, guys like MC Search, but then he also compared that to guys like Vanilla Ice.
Right.
And so there are people who maintain hip-hop culture and preserve the cultural aspect of it, and then there's people who look to profit from it. So I think that's kind of where you got to look at it. You know what I mean? There's very clearly culture vultures amongst said culture,
even beyond the culture vultures, right? Because those people exist just by way of wanting to not be what they are. Mm-hmm. The other side of it that is very particular to black people is that they want to have blackness aesthetically, but not in actuality.
Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. How about that question?
They don't want actual black people. We just want the jazz around it. We want the music, and we want your skin color, your hair, your lips, your hips, your butt, your thighs. We want it. I mean, if you want to get deeper and darker, they want a lot more than that. we want everything that comes out of there except for y'all. Like, if we could just take all of that black product that y'all selling over there, your clothes, your style, your music, your culture, the way that you talk, your slang, if we could just take all of that and have it without having y'all, that's really what it kind of feels like. And it only kind of just started dawning on me that it's like that, seeing people try to say that, oh, well, you know, breakdancing was made out of New York Puerto Ricans, and you know, hip hop was born out of, you know, this, that, and the third. And it's like, I can't believe that I was even never said anything like that, but even leaning into that by trying to allow other people to share in the culture. But in doing so, you leave way for people to say that they were the creators now. They were the innovators. And not just that, now you got people who claim certain parts of the culture that look, Remy Ma, you want Fat Joe to say nigga around you, do whatever you want. What you're not going to do is give him a pass to the whole community because he grew up with you. I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's the premise of taking back the word either.
Hold that thought. Because
a little bit of a tangent, but
no, I got something for that, which makes it even worse. What you had just mentioned is interesting because I believe that the hip hop community, or even maybe more specifically, the hip hop industry, has made a concerted effort to specifically sell to white people because they are the ticket buyers, they are the music buyers. And so because of that, it is led way for those same white people to kind of feel entitled and feel as if it's their place to colonize hip hop to a certain degree. And so it's interesting because at what point do you stop selling to those white people and then limit opportunities maybe in hip hop?
Well, you can't stop selling to them because the white record labels that own all these damn rappers is selling to them. So it's not even within our means as a community to stop selling to them unless you're going to tell the rappers to stop signing major deals, which is not going to happen. Mm-hmm. You're not going to make everybody go independent.
Yeah.
I don't know what the worst part of it is, the revisionist history of it all or the acts in real time. I don't know what bothers me more about it. The appropriation in real time or the revisionist history. Like hip hop, even pre-rapping, kind of predates its own genre.
Yeah.
Like you seen it pop up in other form, like scatting and jazz and bebop and stuff like that. Like it even predates the genre of rap.
Yeah.
So and we all know that even rock and roll and the blues and all of those things that now country music, gospel, all of that stuff came from the black community. Even though now it's seemed as being at very least mixed, but in certain cases like country music, a very white driven genre, that stuff came out of Southern churches, but also Southern singers and acts like Muddy Waters and stuff like that. So it's not like this stuff hasn't already been verified or it's not, the history isn't there. Mm-hmm. But then you get to this certain point where now it's so much of a inclusive thing that now you start losing parts of your history. And that like, I am one for putting up the gates.
Yeah.
For sure. On it all. How did we end up in a spot where we letting people, it started off, all right, yeah, you know, we owning the word, we taking it away from them. It means what we say it means now. Okay, I'll buy it. I mean, that's shit. That's what we do with Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that other stuff that they gave us, right? All the food we eat, but that's another conversation for another day.
For sure.
So cool, I'm cool with it. But then now we leasing it out to every homie that was with us from back in the day. Like, so what, you went to school with homeboy, so now he get to say nigga to everybody else?
Okay, so that I told you to kind of put a bookmark there. Mm-hmm. So first things first, since we're talking about the whole MEKA situation, MEKA is, you know, a AI rapper that seemingly to me presents white. They're also not paying the black guy who was
Jesus
rapping.
Christ, this is
So there's a whole nother situation. But yeah, so with that situation, obviously the white presenting AI rapper is saying nigga, and he's not the only one of the culture who is not black, but then says nigga. I watched Channel 5, and I kind of told you last week about what I've been seeing. There's also a clip of, I don't know if you've seen the White Twins.
the dudes with the stiff dreads, the rainbow stuff.
No.
Not them?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Completely different White Twins. You're talking about the island.
Oh, wait. I know who you talking about. The twins. Yeah. I know exactly who you talking about. Fitted hats.
I think so.
Like look like Midwestern white boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you talking about.
They look like two Paul Walls.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I know who you talking about.
Yeah, they even went on a tangent as to why they should say nigga, and were surrounded by black people who seemingly allowed them to say nigga. Because they've grown up with them for so long.
And for one, we ain't just trying to say nigga, it's just in our vocabulary. That's in my vocabulary. Birds of a feather flock together.
I'm not white.
Like, what you talking about?
I'm not, I mean, I am white, but I feel like I'm just like, you know, it's just regular. Like, I don't know.
What else I'm gonna say?
Everybody say I'm not white, but I know I'm white. And then I'm glad I'm white.
Yeah, we got the best of both worlds, bitch. We just got the best. Feel me? I use this white privilege too, bitch. Don't get it wrong, ho.
Bro, I say that shit on accident. That's just how I say it. Like, feel me? I don't even realize when I say it. It's just regular. Like, it's just
my nigga right here. That's like saying what's up with my brother. I mean, that's what it is. Like.
Does anyone ever get mad at you for saying?
Yeah, they doing it, and we check their ass too.
They got on them.
What? They got on them, no, nigga.
And so it just, that maybe spirals into a different conversation about the N-word and its usage.
Like, if that's where we at, then I'm gonna start acting like the old folks and saying we shouldn't say it at all. Because see, like, y'all don't. It's no rules to this shit anymore, man. Y'all have torn the rules to the game completely up. I don't understand what part of the game this is. I don't get it. We not playing the same game anymore. Like, nothing is sacred anymore. When somebody rap about you and they call you out in a verse, you respond or you lose. That's not the same no more. When you hoop and you're one of the greats, the only thing that could differentiate you from any other greats is championships. Now it's, championships are teams things. That doesn't say anything about how great a team player is. Nothing is the same anymore. None of the rules are the same. We took, at least that's what it was presented to me, we took that word back. It no longer is something that we have to worry about being used to demonize us or lambaste us. We don't have to worry about it showing up in television and newspapers as a way to demonize us or anything like that. We've essentially nullified its harmful use from white people, from making them not say it. And then internally, at least, we're trying to change the meaning of it. And people who decry that, I would challenge you to pick up a dictionary from a couple hundred years ago and look up the word for a bundle of sticks and see how that kind of evolved over the years. Or a cigarette in London. Plenty of words have changed meanings over the centuries.
And have been co-opted.
And changed. So the idea of co-opting that word and taking it from them, that's fine. Leasing it back out to people who are not part of your community is a problem.
It tears away everything that you tried to start with co-opting the word.
It makes no sense. It's double speak. It don't make no sense. So if that's the way we're going about it, I'm just have to act like I'm in my 50s and I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't even know why y'all saying that to each other. It's such a terrible word. I'm gonna start acting just like that.
The worst part is I gave you two examples of, instances where the N-word was used within the community by people who probably shouldn't be using it. Mm-hmm. But I haven't even gone into the fact of, countless concerts of, white people.
Crowds, waves of white people.
The Kendrick Lamar situation. The Roddy Ricch situation. The countless times that I've seen on that same video that I was on you, Channel 5, of just blatantly N-word usage. Or the countless fight videos I've seen of people who aren't black using the word.
Nigga.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, It's bad.
Y'all done leased that joint out to everybody. Y'all done gave permission for any and everyone to say it. So it just doesn't have the same feel of ownership anymore. It feels gross again.
No, I've seen the N-word in more fight videos than World Star now at this point. Like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm tired of it all. Put the gates up, bring up the drawbridge, fill up the moat with all the gators. We still processing requests. There's a log jam. It's gonna be one until about 2026. No one else is invited. Y'all can't come over here. Okay? We shutting shit down until further notice.
Any other thoughts on black culture gatekeeping, FN MEKA, Fat Joe?
That's it for me, man. Give us your thoughts on all this nonsense. From the AI rapper to Fat Joe having an N-word pass to, the history of hip-hop or street dancing. Just give us your thoughts on it all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and come back next week for another video.
Make sure you check out our previous videos on similar discussions, including our colorism video. And make sure you subscribe because we like to talk about different cultural topics as they come up. So make sure you subscribe for more.